Okay, sorry about that. Our next speaker is the employee that Dr. Rodriguez is referring to, Dr. Pranav Bhatt. Dr. Bhatt has an extensive biography, and if you just refer to it, you can see that he's a truly skilled individual. What I will say about him is that he's a technocrat, and he has thorough knowledge of trade activities, which includes marketing management, sales management, and inventory management. He has played a key role in developing market of Rodriguez wines in Southeast Asia and further business expansion to Southeast Asia for Newfoundland Natural Nutraceuticals Limited. That was a mouthful. And Dr. Bhatt resides in Whitburn with his wife and 2 children, and just had his first Newfoundlander born.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's in fact a matter of great pride and honor for me to make a presentation here at Newfoundland. It was truly exciting to come here as a skilled worker in provincial nominee category. I tried to put up my thoughts and emotions in next 8 slides, which would give you the overview, what do I feel about all the process. But coming to the point, why Newfoundland and Labrador, when most of the immigrants target a particular segment and area. I had been to Canada before to this when I was with another Indian multinational for 3 to 4 trips. That is how I got introduced to Dr. Hillary. I was on a marketing trip and I made up my mind to make Canada as my home. I had been to several places before to Newfoundland, but indeed it was low crime rate, small communities spread all over Newfoundland, life living standard which is low in compared to other part of the Canada, rural lifestyle. It of course depends upon individual to individual what does he want in his life, but I come from a small town back home in India and I wanted to have a rural lifestyle, pure and pristine environment, which probably you, having born to this part of the world, will not realize what's the intensity of pollution the entire world is facing in the world of globalization. But pure and pristine environment, very low intensity of pollution, warm and friendly people, and relatively a secure social fabric, which really made me think to bring my family over here to Newfoundland. Coming to the point of how valuable the assistance from provincial government via PNP. Indeed, Dr. Hillary and probably Debbie Shepherd knows about that. I was with Alembic Limited India, and it was the first mail of Debbie Shepherd, which it gave me the indication that there is a sort of government involvement in my visa procedure that really made us to think to take a call and to come here to Newfoundland. It gives a sort of confidence level and comfort zone to new applicant, because back home in India, professionals do not want to, established professionals do not want to make, they do not want to come to Canada for various reasons. PNP indeed offers very easy access to visa process. Applicants develop the feelings of belongingness, because when the letter of PNP comes to you, your letter is worded like this, that you have been brought to the nation for infusing industrial growth. That gives us indeed feeling of pride and honor, and always we feel that we are different than other applicants coming on their own to this country. That always makes us feel to give best shot of the day. On the whole, PNP program officers, their help is equally very unique, and that really makes us feel that there is no problem if we take our family during first trip itself to Newfoundland. Assistance for provincial nominee program was as unique as PNP. It can't be compared with anything, because being honest with you, when you are born in Canada, you will not have access to the true picture when a layperson goes to Delhi CIC, you know how difficult it is for him to get the right papers, to get it filled in the right format, to get it submitted to CIC Delhi, and long time period remains, you know, it varies, depends upon the market requirement, skill requirement of Canada. They turn to get into such a beautiful country, whereby PNP brought me in a very shorter duration. Coming to the point, how valuable assistance from provincial government via PNP, it was indeed great. Continuous guidance and support from Department of Trade and Innovation. Even forms were made available to me by the Department of Trade and Innovation. They always guided me right from the procedure to get it filled in a correct format. That has avoided unintended delay for all the process, and within referring about time period to get permanent residency through this program. Generally, when we make an application back home at India, it takes 3 to 5 years, again depending upon shortage of skill, whereby PNP was much shorter. I came here in the month of December 04 on December 04 with family on work permit, my wife and son on visitor visa. In March 2005, I was issued a letter of provincial nominee. My file was sent to Delhi, and within nine months of time period, I was given the status of permanent residency, which is in fact unbelievable for other applicants for residency visa back home in India. Coming to the point of experience to stay in rural Newfoundland, of course, it was very, very interesting and pleasant one too. In small communities, people take their time to come nearer to the newcomers, but once they develop the comfort zone and level of confidence in others, we do not miss home after 1.5 years. Schooling in Whitbourne community extended very good support in terms of nourishing and nurturing my son, who was studying in vernacular medium, and he was thrown in deep ocean. You know, it was not only a cultural shock, but he could barely speak his name. That my name is Nitish, and local schooling community took extreme good care of my little one, and now he speaks better English than we all. Yeah, and thus it has led to further family expansion, and we are blessed with first Newfie boy in our family on 29th of August, true Canadian in our family. So we are indeed very proud for that. This is a very important slide, of course. Province offered us a lot, but what immigrants bring along with them from other countries. Enrich experience to operate cutting-edge technologies. Dr. Hillary will agree to it. Even inventor of the technologies sometimes run into crises, and they find it difficult to prepare certain product in right texture what market demands. And it was just like based on experience, within a couple of days we make it happen. As Dr. Hillary mentioned, we have cutting-edge technologies in a small community of Newfoundland. Refractive window drying is probably the best technology in the world. Of course, I cannot observe silence for the technology I've been working, and that produces the best material, you know, as per recent study at Washington University of States. And we have some exciting products, and we started making good sales in a small community of Whitbourne. Brings access to ready-made market and customer base too. Back home I was with international marketing, and I have had access to ready-made market at Southeast Asia and Asia, and we brought the goodwill of the customer with whom we dealt with prior to coming to Canada. So they would like once again to deal with us. That is how the employer gets access to ready-made market and the customer base. Diversified thought process and vision to the company always remains an added advantage to the employer when they bring foreign workers. And employee in turn develops sheer desire and commitment to offer the best to the company and to the province, because always there remains a point that I'm different than other immigrants being brought into the system. Of course, I feel very proud for being provincial nominee to this province. And as I referred, such feelings inspire us to offer best to the company as well as to the province. And we feel ourselves different than other immigrants always make us feel special and honored Canadians. At this point of time, I would like to express my special thanks obviously to my employer, Dr. Hilary Rodriguez, to whom we never met before. But since 2002 May, when he gave me the word, I remember for sure that every evening, along with the job of Olympic, we were in continuous touch with. And I had a dream to come over here with pride and honor and to be employed in Canada. So we were in touch with each other on a regular basis. Their warmth and emotional support, and they indeed treated us very well, not as an employer, as a family member too. Time to time they invited us, made us feel that being at a small community, we were not alone. And really, they understand the expectations and requirements of modern workers, probably the best so far I experienced with my past employers. Of course, I worked with German company back home in India too. So this is not my first overseas employment. But on the whole, I have a feeling of being treated extremely well. Dr. Kirit Patel, who is a community member, he is a very senior physician in this province, and they took extreme good care of mine and my family when we came here, because we virtually did not know anybody. Miss Susan George, who happens to be the local principal at school, that was very important. You know, my son, if he would not have got settled in a small community coming from India, metro city of India like Baroda, having got vernacular background, he was studying in Gujarati medium, right? Because in English medium, students do not score well. And if we don't have good education back home at India, they have no headway to go further. So he was in vernacular medium, and he was admitted into an English medium schooling here at Whitbourne. And Miss Sharp, who got retired even, fortunately or misfortunately, Miss Noseworthy got retired too. And so so my son had beautiful, very good teachers to take care of his education, and they understood his language barrier, and they worked accordingly. And today he is one of the best students in his class. And of course, this talk will not be completed if I do not mention the kind and very good services Debbie Shepherd extended to walk through the process of my visa, because once upon a time, by mistake, our passports were at India and it got stuck with the Indian consulate, and India has a law whereby you cannot send the passport out of the country, and she really did her best to bring back the passport, so I'm extremely thankful to her too. She brought my passports in diplomatic kit, and everybody back home were worried and concerned because Christmas was nearing and we were planning a trip back home to India. But not a single time Debbie, she always talked to us with lots of patience and warmth, and she really made it possible. And I honestly feel that with the warmth and support of the people in Newfoundland, we could extend our stay and make this to be our second home. Thank you very much for your attention.
Specializing in psychiatry. Juana Gray took the oath of citizenship on May 31st, 2006. And now we will hear from Juana, her experience from international student to Canadian citizen.